These government cuts that we have experience of, we don't have experience of, funnily enough, as pensioners, because I have a civil service pension which is tied to the cost of living or some such, so it moves up as inflation moves, it moves. I'd rather it stayed where it was and we didn't have the inflation, but that's a different story, isn't it? As far as the retirement pension goes, of course, that too moves, and again it's inflation that moves it, so we're no better off. In fact, we're worse off because it moves with inflation, but any of us that in fact pay tax, we find that having moved with inflation, then we get a piece cut off what we might otherwise get, so we are worse off than we would be if things stayed the same. What we need is not growth, which is often illusory, but stability. And governments seem to be totally incompetent in achieving stability. I know there are outside forces like commodities and such like that mean that governments can't control inflation completely, but there are things they could control and don't control. As far as the people who take big money, then we get lots of hot air and no action. We sit there years after year and they fuss about people taking out lots of money from the system and do nothing about it effective that we can see anyway. So it does make one extremely cross with government.